So this is exciting. 50 companies that we need to watch out for this year in the next 12 months. How did you select these companies?
Yeah, so Francine, this is a list that is primarily from our broader list of focus ideas. And what makes that up? It's companies where we have a really strong fundamental view. We think it's different from the market. But importantly, they're catalysts ahead to change perceptions. And this list, which spans all regions, all sectors, some positives, some negatives, is a list that focuses on those triggers in 2023.
Okay, so one of the themes, of course, is management change. What companies should we be looking out for?
Yeah, there are three in particular that come to mind, and you think about what can get a company beyond the current turbulence and economic uncertainty that we're in, and a management changing focus is a big deal. Adidas has a new CEO coming in now over from Puma, where he did great things. We're looking for new endorsements, new kit, new product, etc. Another one is Prudential here in London. You think of it as a UK company, but it's not. It's wholly focused on Asia now with a big restructuring. They have a new CEO coming in February we think can take this a leap forward, which is also an interesting play on China. And then think Disney. Don't really need to go through this one. Bob Iger's on board. It's all about streaming now. It was hero to zero with the pandemic. We think there's a new leaf in the story coming out in 2023.
In terms of, big themes, of course, EV is one of them.
Yes.
And that's not going to change.
No, I tell you, it's accelerating, if anything. Porsche, IPO last year, it was a big deal. We see a further acceleration in its shift to EVs this year. And, you could see almost half the revenue coming from EV, half the production coming from EV in a couple of years. Another one is CATL, which a lot of people may not be familiar with, but it's actually the largest EV battery manufacturing globally. They feed into Tesla, they feed into Porsche, they feed into everybody. And with China really pushing EVs now as part of their stimulus, it's a big deal. It's not all positive, though. No. Allison Transmission, U.S. company focused on mid-sized trucks. That's another segment of the market that's going EV. Their traditional business can see a lot more competition.
So, Tim, the other thing, of course, is chip and tech, which we talk about day in, day out. Some of the supply chains have been heavily hit. What are the companies you're watching out for in that?
Yeah, this is, I think, a really interesting area because you've got the supply chain concerns between U.S. and China. You've got economic concerns about demand, valuation hit because of interest rates, etc. But with that, you've got some big companies, leading companies that have been pummeled, whose fundamental position as we look ahead, I think, are quite bright. Think TSMC, the world's largest foundry. Think ASML. You can't make advanced chips without their technology. Microsoft is another one that's gotten absolutely blitzed, but yet cloud computing, is a big deal as we look forward.